Just like an airplane. Thank you,
AIRPLANE.
What's up, everyone? It's Nate from Truly Daebak with another episode of the DaebakCast. It is episode 128. And as you can see, we are joined once again by Andrew after a month's hiatus.
I'm alive. Well, I mean,
He's
people on
not
Discord,
dead.
people on Discord still saw me, so it's not like I died or anything. So,
Jacob was actually supposed to record too, but the power went out in his house, or a fuse. Fuse blew or something, like right before.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
we'll just
his
go
house
with that.
didn't blow up. Luckily, that would be way worse. But yeah, something screwed up with his power in the last hour or whatever, and so he can't record because half of the power in his house doesn't work, and his phone's almost dead. So
should be
he
back
says
next week,
you want us to let him know. Yeah, he should be back next week. I won't be here next week, but that's fine. You got enough of me lately.
We're teasing that.
For a break.
We're teasing that original OG3 comeback.
Yeah,
we're
eventually
delayed.
it'll happen. Eventually.
Yeah.
This is the DaebakCast. If you don't know what that is, it is a K-pop and Korean culture podcast where we just talk mostly about K-pop. We review albums, talk about news and the industry and stuff, and then occasionally we branch out into shows and movies and dramas and variety shows and
Video
traveling
games?
and stuff. We did one video game topic.
Maple Story.
Ever.
I remember there was a
and
video
it was
game that
one
I
of
did
our
wanna
worst
review.
topics we've ever done.
Hey.
Worst viewed. It had 11 views or something.
We talked. We can talk about, I don't know,
I think we talked about StarCraft once too.
Superstar SM Town or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the Superstar games. Dalcom Soft, sponsor us. We met that one guy at KCON that works for Dalcom Soft.
Wait, really? I don't.
Yeah,
remember this.
At one of the panels, he said he worked, or at Tucker's panel, he said he worked for Dalcom Soft.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos, click the little subscribe bell thing so you get notified when we put up videos. Follow us on Twitter, review us on iTunes, follow us on Spotify. Check us out. We're also on Google Play and most podcast services because those just spread out like a virus somehow, even though you don't put your podcast out there. If you put it on any of the main hosting services. Yeah,
the first time
all these small.
Yeah, I didn't understand
services.
it at first. When we were originally hosting on SoundCloud, I'm just like, how are there 500 people listening to us on audio versions? I had no idea that or I had no idea if you were listen or it'd get leached out to other services and everything like that. So yeah.
And of course, the most important thing, join our Discord. It is mucho lit. If you don't know what Discord is, it's just a chatting service. You have a server and a bunch of chat rooms, basically. So we have a nice little community there. We do fun things like song ratings where you can win an album. And you can win Nitro, which basically lets you use GIF emotes on Discord if you don't have an account or don't know anything about Discord. And yeah, we just pretty much chat about anything there. It's a great way to talk to us. You can meet Baron and Sam, who are our mods. If you've been listening the past 3 or 4 weeks, they've been on covering for Andrew and Jacob.
Imagine there's people that started watching when Baron and Sam are on, and they're just like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Yeah, exactly. People who started listening in the last week, they don't know who Jacob or you are.
Yeah, we're just completely strangers to them, essentially.
Yeah. This is Andrew.
Hi.
So yeah, actually, that's a good point to introduce you. So this is Andrew. He is one of the founders of Truly Daebak with me and Jacob, and he usually has 3 things.
Number 1, I can't go into it too deeply just because it's still not finalized or whatever, but some work stuff came up, so I haven't been able to put time into Truly Daebak and DaebakCast and ProduceCast. Hopefully it'll get figured out soon. I'm just trying to catch up as much as I can in the meantime, but once everything's finalized, hopefully I can get back to normal with schedule. Number 2, I guess just to give an update on what I've been doing in the past month or so. I attended my first independent wrestling show a couple weeks ago. It was fun. I mean, $20 gets you a ringside seat. So that's nice. I mean, there's not that many famous people, but it's still pretty fun to just like go around, see all this cool stuff. Also, that happened about a week ago, or a couple of weeks, little over, I don't know, just a week ago, when this comes out. I Love Dance, the studio I take dance classes at, had their annual showcase. So that was fun to watch. I wasn't in the showcase because I didn't really take classes long enough, but I mean, it was fun. Everyone did well. I'll be talking much more about I Love Dance a bit later because they have a lot of relevant stuff to KCON, but I mean, that's just what I've been up to lately. Just work stuff. I don't know, catching up on Fast and Furious. Seriously, that's what I did.
Good thing to catch up on.
Yeah, no, I bought the, like for no reason, I just bought like the 4K Blu-ray set of all like 8 movies that are out so far.
Yeah.
Or like however many. So I guess it catches me up for Hobbs and Shaw. So yeah, fun times, but back to work now.
Was that 3?
Yep, that's 3.
That was only 2. Oh, okay. So as Andrew alluded, we'll get right into it. But this episode's gonna be a shorter episode. There's gonna be 2 topics. We're basically just gonna talk about KCON day 1 and 2. We'll split that into 2 topics. And I'll let Andrew take over since he has the set list and everything up.
So, KCON New York 2019. My 4th KCON. Nate, I believe it's your 3rd KCON. It was Jacob's 3rd KCON as well. KCON New York definitely holds a special place in our hearts because if it wasn't for that picture of Hwasa's thighs, truly Daebak would not exist. If you don't know what picture I'm talking about, go check on our Twitter. It's somewhere on the timeline. So, as you know, it's the first time we're having it in Madison Square Garden, and then the whole convention's over in Javits Center, so it was a pretty new experience for all of us. Cause you guys have been used to just going to Prudential Center and like boiling in the friggin' obnoxious heat. And
it would have been horrible this year too.
Oh my god! Like seriously, it's not necessarily the heat. I say this all the time. It's not necessarily the heat. It's the goddamn humidity. The humidity is so bad. Like literally every time we went outside, my glasses would fog up. It's that fucking humid outside for no reason in New York City. So it's nice to be able to be in the air-conditioned premises of Javits Center and Madison Square Garden. So yeah, we didn't have to sweat our asses off. I mean, we don't have to talk too much about the convention because we didn't do much in all honesty. But I mean, I guess we could just go into the like what we did a bit beforehand.
Yeah. Honestly, like. There's usually not much going for it, like convention. Like, it's not the main draw. Like, I honestly would be okay not going to the convention anymore, to be honest, and just chilling, going to the concerts and like chilling and doing other stuff in New York City during the day, or wherever it is. But yeah, it's so if you've been to a convention, you know kind of what to expect, but it's like a really small, very like commercialized convention. It's like I mean, almost all of it is advertising. Basically. Yeah, but like if you go to like an anime convention, there's a lot more like vendors and like fan booths and stuff.
I think that's the one thing.
This is like 75% like commercial booths for the sponsors.
I mean, New York Comic Con's kind of like that too, or like.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I mean, like. Chevrolet has a booth at New York Comic Con for like no goddamn reason every year, but I mean, you still like most of the con is just like actual vendors and everything. So yeah, I'd say like a good 75% of it was some type of like sponsor or backer of KCON, and then all the way in the back, like right next to like the stage, is where they had like just a few like vendors, like Koryo Books was there. There was that cool clothing brand that I bought clothes from. It's called, I think it's KORE Kore, and it's just like all these like Korean like streetwear style clothes. But they had people selling like albums and stuff. Which was the one that you got like the fan pack or whatever from like 50% off? Was that Koryo?
No. Oh yeah, Koryo had So yeah, Koryo had some really good discounts actually. So that was nice to buy stuff. I got a G-Friend DVD for $40 when it's usually like $80.
Did you have a chance to watch it yet? Yeah.
We watched some of it at Barron's on Sunday. So yeah, like there's just a couple places selling like merch, like a couple that are like almost all posters. Koryo Books usually there, which is Andrew's like regular K-pop store in K-Town, and they usually have a lot of albums and like I said, they had good discounts. Jacob got from us Fun Factory for $15. That was half
$15.
Off
That's usually how much you'd pay for it in like Korea.
In Korea, yeah, exactly. That's like a really good deal.
Yeah, that's a huge discount. What else?
But for the most part, there's not much on the show.
I mean, there's like stages,
KCON
there's
related
like
stuff.
Yeah, there's like people like doing like random dance play. You can learn choreography from like East to West and I Love Dance. MJ was teaching some stuff. The director. You have like different various showcases on the KCON stage. You have you have like the live stream stage, which for whatever reason, like we didn't see it personally, but apparently the glass, because so it's surrounded by like this glass like window or whatever, so like people can see like if there's idols in there or anything. Apparently the glass broke. I don't know if it was like by like the crazed fans outside when like ATEEZ was there or something.
Supposedly like they just opened the door and it was just like shoddily put together, and the glass door just fell off its hinges.
Like how ripped do you have to be to just open a glass door and just like tear it to shreds?
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't see that. But that was during ATEEZ apparently.
I mean, other than that, most of the stuff we did was just panels, because I mean, a bunch of our friends were hosting panels. So Umu and React to the K had some. PD from Form of Therapy had some. We didn't get a chance to see it though, unfortunately. We saw a bunch of Tucker's panels. Tucker being one of the mods on our Kpop. He's the one in charge of all the AMAs. So it's nice to see just a bunch of our friends say hi to people. I got to say hi to like Andreas Oberg, very popular Kpop producer. So yeah, the panels are probably the best part of it. Just a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah,
that's like really the only thing that I would say is worth if you want to go to the convention, like just going to the panels. And like some of them are kind of cheesy and like not clearly like not that interesting, but there are some really good ones in there.
Yeah.
Like Umu does a good one with producers, like Andrew was saying. And there's some like really good informational ones in there, along with some like more fun game type ones.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that's on our radar, just being able to host a KCON panel one day. I think it's cool. And I think we have enough informational knowledge to sort of divulge at a KCON panel. So, KCON, if you're listening to this, you probably aren't. Let us get a panel next year.
Yep.
Anyway, onto the concert. What everyone is probably watching this video for. So, day one, we start off with a... Day one and day two actually start off pretty much the same, where they start off with special stages of American, just like Western, like American music songs. So we start off with ATEEZ doing a cover of Sicko Mode, and the Boyz do Sicko Mode by Travis Scott, and the Boyz do a cover of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. So I'll let you go. I'll let you have first dibs on all of the songs. So what were your thoughts on these?
Yeah, those songs I didn't really know very well, but I mean it was a good like nice way to start the like concert off, having like a more hype. It was interesting though, like they don't usually start the concert with
covers like that,
with the cover of the special stages. Those are usually saved for the middle. So I was surprised to see that, but it was a nice like hype way to start it.
Yeah,
since those two groups have like really good like powerful presences.
Yeah, especially ATEEZ. They killed that like dance cover to Sicko Mode. Sicko Mode's just a hype song on its own, but just seeing a cool like choreography to it was awesome as well. And then the Boyz, they did a really good choreography to Bad Guy. So yeah, I think that's a cool way to start KCON on from now on. Like just to sort of like just have those cool like American song covers that they usually always end up like putting somewhere in there, and it's a good way to start off the concert. Definitely good if there's people that have like no idea what K-pop is, just getting them like introduced to just like how crazy the dances are and everything. But yeah, super hype. I think it's a good move for them to just do that as sort of like the status quo from now on. First artist that went to perform was TXT. They did Crown, Our Summer, Blue Lemonade, and Cat and Dog. So I know you're a big Cat and Dog fan, Nate.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's fine. It's one of those songs that is definitely like really is it's live, like a really good stage, and it's like really hype. It's just not a song like I would listen to musically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like seeing it live was cool. Seeing it with choreography, like it's definitely like a hype song. It's just not something I would listen to on my own.
Seeing like 12,000 people going woof 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 woof.
Yeah, the woof woof part was hilarious.
Yeah, just I guess the absurdity of the whole situation.
Giant crowd doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall TXT was great. I was surprised they started with them because I thought they would be like one of the bigger artists.
Yeah. You think big hit and all.
I guess we'll get to like the whole layout overall later, but yeah, I definitely was surprised for that they started the concert. But they did a great job for being rookies. I mean, obviously they've got
big hit.
BTS's and Big Hit like as people to help them, and obviously BTS has an insane amount of like performance experience. So I'm sure they help, like, and Big Hit knows what they're doing. So I'm sure they gave them a lot of tips. I was actually surprised how much I remembered their songs, because I liked their album a lot, but I didn't listen. I only listened to it a couple times.
Same. Yeah, I haven't gone back to it in a while.
I could still sing along to their single, and like still knew like fairly well the B-sides that they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I learned choreo to Crown, so just getting to see it live and just to see how intricate it is was pretty cool. Getting to see like the part where they lift them up on their shoulders and everying was pretty the choreography for that is just super like cool, and yeah, I wish I could do it any justice, but no, I was really bad at it. I'm still pretty high on TXT, in all honesty, just because I like how fun their songs are. I'm surprised they didn't have a comeback before this. I know they've been really pushing like Cat and Dog and other B-sides, but I kind of wish they had a comeback before this, because it kind of felt like they were there and then gone. I think that's kind of my sort of like, I guess, my points for a lot of day one is a lot of the artists just felt like they were gone in like 10 minutes. And yeah, TXT just kind of came and went to some degree, but I mean, I still loved when they were there.
That was definitely something I noticed. Like, it did seem like, because they didn't do any special stages and they were just there for that one set of songs, like it seemed like they were there for such a small amount of time.
Anyway, moving on to the next artist that performed, we have ATEEZ. They did Aurora, Wave, Say My Name, and Into Hala Hala, that was an awesome stage to see, just seeing them link the two songs together like how it was on the album. Yep.
Yeah, ATEEZ is definitely between them and Eyes One, they're my two favorites easily.
Of the first day, or just in general?
Of the first day. Yeah. Like, I knew Eyes One would probably be my favorite, just because they were the only girl group since Everglow didn't go. But out of like the boy groups, ATEEZ was easily my favorite. They definitely, it's cool seeing rookies with like that much stage presence, because they've already done a tour. And like their songs are just so hype, and they're just made for like that type of stage.
Yeah,
just like
they're
giant crowd hyping everyone up.
Yeah.
They're definitely like riding Monsta X's coattails in terms of like style and the hypeness and everything, and they're doing such a great job for how new they are. Like, they're not even a year old.
Yeah, barely. Because I mean, like they didn't even have a name until fall of 2018 essentially.
Yeah, it was 8 months ago was when they debuted. 8 or 9 months. It was October, I think. So but yeah, it's just insane how good they are for how new they are. And they definitely deserve all the success they're getting. And they honestly had probably the biggest like fan base there for day one. Like, they had the loudest screams, it seemed like. So like that was surprising to me too. I thought it would be TXT. Just because I figured they'd get all that BTS Big Hit like boost and fans.
Yeah, same.
So like, but ATEEZ is blowing up here like internationally, so it makes sense. They definitely deserve it. They were amazing live.
See, since I've been kind of on a K-pop hiatus for like a month or so, I wasn't as familiar with like Aurora and Wave, but I mean, I think they were pretty good live. I mean, I was obviously mostly going to be into like Say My Name and Holla Holla just because I love those songs a lot. But yeah, they did an incredible job. Like just hearing like 12,000 people yell ATEEZ present was type as yeah. Like they were literally like they're just pretty much the most hype group in the entire
definitely
of the entire night. Small programming note: we're going to cover ATEEZ One and its own topic of a produce cast, just because. I don't know. We have a lot to talk about with ATEEZ One, definitely. So better to split it off into its own thing. Anyway, after that was the Boyz. They did No Air, Right Here, and Bloom Bloom.
Yeah, the Boyz is the other group I was really looking forward to because ATEEZ. I really like the ATEEZ and the Boyz together. I got into both of them at the same time. They're both fairly new.
Yeah, both fairly new boy groups.
Yeah, the Boyz is a year newer. They were 2018 debut. or
2017.
They're like 27. It was late 2017.
Yeah, Boy was like December.
It was December. But yeah, so like I followed them since debut. I thought their debut was great. I thought almost all their releases, like a couple of them I haven't listened to nearly as much, but all their releases I've loved. And I thought they did a great job. They have that same like advantage 17 has, having so many members that like their choreography, like when like if they're doing it really well, which I thought they did, it just looks so cool having that many members doing things.
Yeah, I was talking to Jacob in the pit. I was just like, you can play bowling with how many members there are in ATEEZ. There's just so many of them, and it's hard to get them in the Boyz. Yeah, they're just like, it's hard to get them all in one shot when you're trying to like get any like screenshot
fan cams and stuff.
Fan cams and everything. Just huge group.
Yeah, they're a big group, but like I said, that's an advantage if they're performing well. And I thought they did a great job. Loved all their songs they did. I think they had a good choice. I wish they did Giddy Up.
Yes, I was waiting for that. I was so sad. Giddy Up's my favorite song still.
Yeah. I think it's probably my favorite still. But I think their set list was good, and I think they did a great job. Not too much more to say. Or do you want to talk about the special stage now, or do you?
I mean, yeah, we'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
So yeah, I wish they did Giddy Up. I also wish they did like their debut song Boy. But yeah, also they only did 3 songs, and I know they had a special stage that we'll talk about in a bit.
Well, they had 2 special stages. They had the first one too.
Yeah, 2 special stages. But yeah, I just still felt kind of weird that they only just did. Yeah, they had to cut out one of their songs. I mean, they at least could have done 3 single or like another single, because they had 3 singles, but I feel like they could have fit in 4. But I mean, No Air and Right Here were just type as hell, especially No Air.
Yeah, definitely. So, No Air was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the choreography for that has to be witnessed live. So yeah, we're gonna be skipping over ATEEZ One sections real quick, and then after ATEEZ One went on, the Boyz had a special stage. So how this special stage was supposed to work is, so there's like this like news video by the members of From Is 9, and they were talking about like, how like BTS is like, I don't know, like they're the biggest boy group, and then they were mentioning Blackpink at one point.
Yeah.
Now remember, for those that didn't know about this, like literally like a couple of days before KCON was supposed to happen, Everglow was announced that they had to pull out of the appearance or like the concert date because they had visa issues. Same thing happened with KCON LA. So everyone's speculating that Everglow was supposed to do a Blackpink cover, and the Boyz did a cover of BTS's Fire. So I'm guessing the Blackpink cover would have been Kill This Love. I'm guessing
it would have been Kill This Love. It definitely would have. It was super obvious. Like there were several points during the show where during like the video, pre-recorded videos and stuff, where they mentioned BTS and Blackpink, and they did that early, and then they did that again right before the BTS cover. So it was like super clear that, and then getting ahead a little bit, for day 2 they talked about EXO and Red Velvet, and then they did EXO and Red Velvet covers. So it was like super obvious that Everglow was going to do a Blackpink cover, but because it was so short notice, they weren't able to re-record all the videos and stuff, or like re-edit them. So they just it was just like super weird and awkward. They kept mentioning Blackpink,
Yeah, no,
and then nothing happens with Blackpink.
Yeah,
But
in all likelihood, Everglow probably flew into JFK and got turned away at the whatever customs or immigration. They got turned away at the airport. I'm pretty sure. Like that's usually what happens whenever like stories like this comes out and it's on short notice. So.
Well, I don't know about that because it was like Tuesday, and most of the artists don't fly out until like Thursday because they had music shows and stuff. Well, I guess Everglow's not promoting
unless
right
they
now,
just couldn't get there. Unless they just couldn't get any of it cleared.
I think they just didn't get their applications through in time because they're saying they're not even going to be ready for, or like it's not even going to be approved by KCON NY, which is months from now.
Yeah,
so, like,
I was looking into it. Like the visas.
Yeah, it's a Chinese company with a new artist. Like people are saying, like they're not even like old enough to like qualify for performance visas.
Yeah,
and then,
it's something like you have to be around for a year. It's a Chinese company with Chinese visas in this like current political landscape trying to get U.S. It's just whereas like it's not people are saying like there's Chinese like Yuki went. But her company is Korean, like, so it's a lot easier, like, probably for them to get the visas for her. Plus, G-Idol's been around for at least, like, a year or a year and a half now, or whatever. So, yeah, it sucks that we didn't get Everglow, especially because we only got 4 girl groups total, so we lost 25% of them. There was only one girl group the whole night of day one, so...
Yeah. But
anyway,
there's nothing we can do about it. But then so BTS the Boyz did a cover of BTS Fire, which was definitely one of the best performances of the night. They killed it.
They killed it. Definitely.
They did I mean, obviously that song's just gonna like hype up the crowd and like do really well regardless because it's one of the most hyped K-pop songs out there. It's the biggest boy group probably ever
in the world.
in K-pop in the world. And it's their most popular song, or like one of their biggest songs. So like, it was gonna kill it regardless. But I think the Boyz did a fantastic job. You can't put it all on the popularity of the song and the group that they're covering. They did a really great job with the choreography and everything. So yeah, that was definitely a really cool live stage to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sadly, no real fire still. I saw BTS do this song in 2016 at KCON. No real fire then. I mean, they had smoke.
They do it on their own concerts though.
Yeah, I know they have actual fire when they do it at their own concerts. Pyro. But sadly, no pyro. They don't have budget for pyro. I'm guessing for KCON.
I mean, they could, but they probably just don't want to risk it.
Oh well. Anyway, so after that amazing special stage, we got NUEST. They closed out the last artist to go on. They did Bet, Love Paint, Segno, Look, and RLTL, Real Love, True Love. Last few were off of their most recent or their previous album in 2016.
Yeah, it was interesting. They didn't do any of the W songs.
I mean, it'd be weird since, like, how do you fit Minhyun into W songs?
I thought they would have done what, like, Frumist did by now and had, like, the full group versions because those songs are, like,
some of the best
finally started
songs.
Getting popular. It's definitely their best music. Like, so that was, like, the thing is, like, this... I was really excited for NUEST, and then, it kind of, like... So... I don't know, like, they did a great job. They're great performers, and, like, vocally and choreography and everything was great. But it was just the song choices weren't the best. And, like, because all the songs were, like, ballady and R&B. Oh, we missed there was a duet special stage somewhere.
Oh, yeah, there was that special stage.
With,
I forgot about that.
Baekho and... I don't remember the other member that was there.
I forget.
But they did one of the newest members in Baekho did a, like, duet ballad. Earlier, but yeah, like all their songs that they did were like slower, like ballady R&B songs, and like it was like my only issue with this day. Basically, like I love NUEST and I thought they did a great job, but they should not have ended the concert. Yeah, it was not a good ending.
I guess seniority wise that they have to, but I mean they threw that out the window last year when friggin' One closed out the show. Yeah, even though you had like EXID,
Super Junior, and was Super Junior that day, or was that a different day? No, because they closed out their day. Super
Junior was like the first day.
But But no, yeah, like it would have been so much better if they started the concert, I think, and then ATEEZ ended it. Because ATEEZ definitely should have ended that concert. They were the most hype
group.
They would have like gotten the crowd super like jazzed and just like super energized at the end of the concert. Where I think if NUEST came out at the beginning and like their crowd reaction was big. They had a lot of fans.
There was a lot of people there specifically for NUEST.
Yeah, their songs just weren't the best way to end the concert. And I think they would have been a good way to open it.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, even with the songs that they did, they could have just moved around because they started with Bet Bet. Bet Bet's such a hype song. Imagine if they end with that.
Yeah,
because I mean,
exactly.
Bet Bet's hype. Love Paint is hype, and then they go to Segno, which is kind of like an intro track off of the most recent album, and then Look and Real Love True Love are just some B-sides or just like other songs, the older songs. I know that they're trying to appeal to their longtime fan base. One thing I am glad about is that they're just not pretending that NUEST didn't exist until.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did songs from their older stuff, but they should have sprinkled in W songs as well because I think those are more popular.
Yeah,
people would have known them. They're a little bit more up tempo. Like
where you
there were just a couple of issues. Like it was nothing to do with the artists themselves. Like they did a great job, but it was just set list choices wasn't the best, and like placement in the concert wasn't the best.
Yeah, Real Love True Love was kind of like a weird song to end on, just because it's like this like sexy R&B song, and I'm just like, that's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just ended.
It kind of. I feel like they had to end it a bit stronger. Also, their outfits were kind of just They're just all dressed in black shirts.
You couldn't even see Baekho's biceps. What is this?
What the hell?
He had one. You could see one because it was mesh, but like, why wasn't he wearing like a sleeveless suit jacket or something?
I paid good money to see this man's biceps. I mean, this man, don't get me wrong. Dongho is like beautiful, like in person as much as he is in on TV. But damn, I paid good money to see his biceps. God damn it, I didn't see any. So yeah, that had me a bit disappointed, but still, I'm glad. Not surprised at how good their reaction is, and yet not surprised because I feel like NUEST definitely gained a huge fan base post to 101.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure there were a ton of those people who were 101 fans that just
Wanables getting dragged out of the building.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's all that happened. So.
Oh man, at least we didn't have any like cameras in our faces this year, but. That's night one. If you were there, let us know what your favorite
and it was
performance
cool.
was.
Oh, I'm not done completely.
Okay.
But like it was cool at the end. So like this didn't happen on day 2, which kind of sucked. But for day 1, so like if you don't know a KCON at the very end, like all the artists come out as like a big group, all the groups one by one, and they're all just like standing on stage waving to people and stuff. But like they actually came over to like, so I was sitting like basically right next to the main stage, like the furthest side section you could be, like almost parallel to the main stage.
Yeah,
so we were like really close. Yeah, we were like other than the stupid Jimmy Jib that was in the way, like we were really close to the main stage. And like they actually came out and like were waving to our section, whereas like on day 2 they only stayed on the like extended stage basically, and then they just left. So like Nako and a couple of IZ*ONE members, and then like most of NUEST and some of ATEEZ came over and like were waving at us and stuff, which was cool because they were really close. But which didn't happen on day 2, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, I'm used to it because I'm always in P1, so like everyone
you're
came
in the
over.
middle, like
so just like the confetti pictures are just like how like there's a bunch of people and like all the confetti and everything. So yeah, just awesome photos at the end. So yeah, if you were there, let us know what your favorite performance was. If you weren't there, then let us know who you think would be your favorite performance. I don't know. The videos are still up on YouTube. They haven't been nuked yet. If you want to check it out, so let us know your comments and thoughts below.
It is titled Snapping, and Chungha snapped. She just like this song is ridiculous in all the best ways. Like right off the bat, it has just an amazing synth line instrumental, and then she comes in and her